The NBA Draft is one of the most exciting events in all of basketball. So many young players are searching for the chance to become the next big thing and change their lives forever. In every draft, there are your clear-cut top picks, like this year in Jabari Smith, Chet Holmgren, and Paolo Banchero. However, in every draft year, there's always a player or two that falls on the draft board or wasn't rated very high who goes out and blows everyone away. Welcome back to our channel, where today we're going to go over the biggest NBA draft steals of all time. Let's get right into it. First up, Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic was drafted with the 41st overall pick in the 2014 NBA draft by the Denver Nuggets. At the time of this pick, there wasn't even an announcement for it, and his name was put at the bottom of the screen during a commercial for Taco Bell. Jokic has gone from just being a name during a commercial to one of the biggest names in the NBA today. The Serbian native just won back-to-back MVP awards, becoming just the 13th player in NBA history to accomplish that feat. The 6'11 center averaged 27.1 points per game, 13.8 rebounds, and 7.9 assists this past season, nearly averaging a triple-double. If he had averaged a triple-double, he would become just the third player in NBA history to do that, joining Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook. Jokic just signed a massive 5-year, $270 million Supermax contract extension, keeping him in Denver until the 2027-2028 season. No one knows exactly what the future has in store for Jokic, but don't be surprised if you see him add a few more MVP titles to his name. Next up, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Even though Giannis was drafted in the first round, several analysts and fans around the league were extremely critical of the pick at the time, stating that Milwaukee had made a huge reach to grab their guy. Yet the Bucks stuck with it and took Giannis with the 15th overall pick in the 2013 NBA Draft. All that happened next was Giannis becoming an absolute freak of nature, hence the nickname Greek Freak, and winning both the MVP award and Defensive Player of the Year award in 2020, joining Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon as the only players to win both awards in the same year. I'd say that's some pretty good company for someone who's just 27 years old. The most interesting part about the Greek Freak's journey is just how well he developed. Coming into the league, Giannis was a tall, scrawny kid fresh out of Greece playing for a second division team, weighing in at about 190 pounds. However, going into the 2017-2018 NBA season, Giannis jumped up to 243 pounds, almost all of it in pure muscle. Ever since the massive change, Giannis has dominated on both ends of the floor and has been a perennial MVP candidate, even leading the Bucks to an NBA title in 2021. It's safe to say that this gamble for the Bucks in 2013 certainly panned out pretty well. Next up, Dennis Rodman. Rodman was drafted 27th overall by the Detroit Pistons in the 1986 NBA Draft. He was never a guy who put up ridiculous amounts of points in any season, but he had grit and determination that was unmatched. He was also an absolute monster on the glass, leading the league in rebounds per game from 1991 to 1997, including 2 seasons where he averaged over 18 rebounds per game. Rodman is most known in his time for Chicago, along with his incredibly colorful personality. He's just one of the 2 players in NBA history with 5,000 more career rebounds than points, the other being Bill Russell. While that doesn't necessarily sound like a great record to hold, it just goes to show how he was one of the best rebounders and defenders in the history of the NBA. Over his career, Rodman would rack up several accolades, including being a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 7-time rebounding champion, and 5-time NBA champ. Although Rodman was more of a steal for the Bulls than he was for the Pistons, being able to find such a rare talent in the second round of the draft is certainly what you would call a steal. Next up, Manu Ginobili. The Spurs are known as being one of the best drafting teams of all time, and for a good reason. They were able to snag Tony Parker with the 28th pick in 2001, a pick that would go down as one of the biggest steals of all time as well. But what they did in the 99 NBA draft will go down in history as probably the biggest draft steal of all time. With the 57th pick out of 58 total picks in the draft, the Spurs selected a guard from Italy by the name of Manu Ginobili. Ginobili would spend the first 3 seasons after being drafted playing back in Italy to improve his skills and prepare for the NBA. All that happened after that was Ginobili being part of the Big Three in San Antonio, along with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, winning 4 NBA championships with the Spurs. The 2-time All-Star averaged 13.3 points over his 16-year career, along with averaging 52% from the field, putting him down as one of the best shooters to ever play in the league. it's safe to say that finding a member of your big three with the second to last pick in the draft is not just a steal, but that's highway robbery. There have been multiple other steals over the years in the NBA, with guys like Kobe Bryant and Kawhi Leonard who were taken in the middle of the first round. There have also been plenty of busts as well, with guys like Greg Oden and Kwame Brown leading that list. It's obviously far too early to tell who the steals were and busts from this year's draft, but it's always fun to guess who you guys think can take on that spotlight and who will crumble under the pressure. But with that, that's all the time that we have for today's video, so make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, we'll see you guys next time.